There are many types of rush out there. You can get a rush out of a lot of things. But now we can get a Zodiac Rush, which is a game produced in Vietnam and that has sold over 200,000 copies in the country, and it is a massive, massive success. I haven't opened it yet. I am going to do the unboxing to take a look at this game and find out if it's actually worth the amount of money that you have to spend to get your hands on it. So play we all. Zodiac Rush is a game for 2 to 6 players that plays in about 30 minutes, and it prides itself with being chaotic. Let's open the box, shall we, first and foremost, and then we'll comment on many things. Oh. This is very good plastic they've used here. I'm kind of impressed. This is so tough to open. My goodness. I'm starting to wonder if they wanted people to actually get their hands on it at all. Because without scissors, you're going to need your teeth. Okay. The cover of the game is absolutely beautiful, is fun, is just colorful, is chaotic. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. The back doesn't disappoint either. It gives you an idea as to what's happening, and it shows what the game is meant to do, and you are meant to be basically gathering as many crates as possible because there's a comet that's going to destroy everything, and well, we don't want that to happen with our empty hands, do we? So what's inside? The box is alright. It's not a massive, huge, sturdy box that you could bury a kitten in or something. No, not at all. It's just a normal box, but it's not bad quality. And then we get the rule book. Let's look at the rule book. Oh, I have two things here. Which game we want? Okay, let's take a look at one first. So Zodiac Rush. And the whole thing inside is also just as chaotic, to be honest. The characters, I am very quickly falling absolutely in love with them. And this comic book style of explaining the game, wow, I am impressed. We don't see that very often, but the fact that they're actually making it fun to read the rules, I want to meet the genius behind this idea, because this is wonderful. I mean, I just want to read the rules for the fun of it, even if I'm never going to play the game, but I would probably just take this because it looks so much fun. This is the quick play. So far, I am actually quite impressed with this. And we get the board. Loads of things going on this board. Loads of them. I am really glad, though, of two things. One, they have kept all the ornaments just to the edges. They have made these spaces quite big. You would be tempted as a designer to make them a little bit smaller to give space for everything to breathe around it, because there is so much going on, but they haven't. And from the gameplay point of view, that I think is going to work a lot better, because you have more space where to put whatever it is you have to put on these spaces. The locations are absolutely lovely. Everyone is very idiosyncratic. even though the color palette is consistent, but there is no confusion as to where you are. So this board, considering all the chaos and how busy it is, I think they have done a great job out of it. Even if they have got rid of these ornaments on this side, it would have been very, very cool. So yes, this is good. Inside, we get some pieces, which we're going to take a look at in a minute. And this super cute separator, which is cardboard, and you can do that with it. And again, super fun, super cute. The whole thing seems just absolutely adorable. I also remember when I was doing the interview at Spiel, I remember that they mentioned how this is a cross-media production because they have their own cartoon YouTube series and a manga sort of comic book that they also publish. So I need to investigate a little bit more into this game because it could be a very interesting case for people to follow. The pieces. The pieces are... Okay, first we get the die, just a standard normal D6, nothing special about it. And then we get these little figurines of these faceless children, which I have to say, that is quite disturbing. The fact that they have no features on their faces is a bit... This is scary. This is very scary. But again, color-wise, I think they're making good choices in here. I don't know how this is going to work if you're colorblind. But okay, they are very bold, which is good because they will need to be. They're going to be... They have to be seen on that PC board. And then we get a board of crates. Little cute crates that look like carrot pieces, but they have a little bit more detail to them, and they look super cool. They're all little, yeah, mimic crates. Could be. Mini mimic. I like it. Let's bring the whole thing back. And we have 2 decks of cards. Funnily enough, they come not wrapped in plastic, but just with 2 strips of paper, which is, admittedly, the best possible way to keep your decks together without them deteriorating. Never ever use elastic bands. It's horrible on paper. So we the cards will probably need sleeving. They're not particularly thick. They're just a standard card, and they're not laminated either. So yeah, sleeving will be very recommended. We have different decks, and we get equipment cards. This is the back. Let's take a look at the front. The anatomy is pretty good. Loads of space for the illustration, which is nice. What it does, what they're doing here, and a tiny little bit of text that explains what the effect of the card is. And there are loads and loads of them. This is very cute and very funny. This is absolutely delightful. The trolley cards, that's exactly the same both sides. And then we get the place guide. So overall, this is actually a very, very enticing game, and I think this is going to take priority to be played around my home, because sometimes we are 6 people and we don't have an awful lot of time to read rules. So the fact that this can be read, as a comic book, which will probably be very quick, and the game feels like it's going to be very fast, I'm excited. I really am very excited about this. And the second, these are objects. So we have more equipment cards. We have the Zodiac characters. Were just so cool. I have a work colleague who would go absolutely bananas for this game. And even my niece would be super in love with these characters. Absolutely love with them. And then we get the spaces. These are the same that I saw on the board. And that's it. That's all there is, which is not little at all. Yeah, this game stands right now at a 7.1 in the Board Game Geek with 12 ratings and 7 comments. And overall, the reviews are actually pretty good, though they're all coming from Vietnam, except Savannah93, who comes from the Netherlands, and it's giving it an 8. So this game is so much fun. I had a blast playing it, even though I got locked up in the school for a few turns and couldn't get out, as all my attempts were blocked by cards of bad die rolls. Dice don't love you. Whoa, this game is fun, intense, and it breaks friendships faster than you can say Monopoly. Wow, if that is not an endorsement of this game, I don't know what it can be. Better than Monopoly at that. This is coming on my table. Have you played this game? What do you make of it? I would love to hear what you have to say. Thank you so much for being there. And until the next time, I will talk to you very, very soon. Take care.